Hi Taurus, my name is Amber. I'm going to be doing your love for September 2016 reading. You're one of the last signs that I'm doing a reading for. This is my first time doing readings on YouTube. It's been about 3 days. You're the second to last sign. And let's get started. Yeah, I don't read like everybody else. If you don't like the video, that's cool. Please don't leave me any nasty comments or anything. I just really want people to be able to talk in the comments and say what they want in a safe, friendly space. So let's please respect that and be nice to each other and use this as a helpful tool, which is what tarot is. So having said that, let's get started, yeah? I'm going to move the camera down. I'm going to move the camera down a little so you can see me shuffle, and then I'll move it all the way down. So we can read the cards. So Taurus, my Mercury is in Taurus, so I'm thinking that this reading should go really well. However, Mercury is retrograde, so there's a chance that it's either going to resonate or not resonate at all. Okay. There's just cards flying out. Sorry about that. I'll move the camera around a little. So, Taurus. If you notice from my other videos, like my voice is like slower right now. I just ate and I'm feeling like so comfortable and full and just content and happy. It's funny because that's how I always imagine Taurians feeling. You guys love to eat, but just being sensual, just all sorts of sensual stuff, not just eating. I get it. All the different pleasures. But how has Taurus been feeling, and what's Taurus's love life looking like for September 2016? Emotional life maybe is a better way to put it. That's what defines everything, right? Let's see. A few more cards. So I just shuffle until things pop out. Okay, we're good. All right, Taurus. What is going on here? Have you guys been in some pain? It looks like there's definitely pain here. Okay. Interesting. Wow. It's so funny because the readings I left for last are the ones that ended up being like 2 readings in one. And that's kind of how this one looks too. It's like a bunch of cards popped out right at the end that are like almost like their own reading. But let's see, let me look at it and we'll. And let me name all these cards for you so you know. Okay. It's fun that you have this vantage point because this is the vantage point that people have when they come to me. They're sitting across this table. So, yeah. So I find it interesting that some of these cards are meant for you to look at face front. Okay, but we'll talk about that. Let me just see how this looks. Okay. So Taurus was pretty sure of the potential of something here. Taurus was like, okay, this is the plan. I'm doing it. This is what we're doing. Okay, bet. But that doesn't seem to have worked out very well. because those potential turned into swords through your heart. So something that you thought was going to be really good turned out to be exactly as bad as you thought it was going to be good. Which is sad, because when Taurus gets excited, it's still measured. So you were still like holding it together. You were trying not to get overexcited. But the hope that you had, the hope that you actually did put into it, I was going to say the little hope, but you didn't put a little hope into it. You just measured. You're steady. You're even. But you did. You put thought and hope into this. This is hope. Having these potentialities and looking out into the great beyond in the search and the planning for more. And those thoughts of more and of the future and of building something with not 3, but 4 posts. Here we are, right here. Those were dashed somehow. Now, I don't know if you put these swords in your heart because you turn these potentialities into bad thoughts, or if somebody hurt you. We don't know yet. Let's look. There's been some like a money-based issue. Money that has to do money or lifestyle issue. There's been some issue, some core issue to your personality something central that was called into question, that caused conflict. This is an Earth card, so that's your card, and this is what's coming out of it. You having to defend, actually it's this way, you having to kind of explain yourself, explain why you continue to give when you shouldn't. Or explain something central to your nature, I want to say. Something central to your nature, something that you can't fix and you don't want to fix, was the cause of this heartache. Because it resulted in a lot of challenging and arguing and having to hold your ground. And so your hopes that you had here of this life together, they got all turned upside down. It's not looking like that anymore. It doesn't look the way you thought it was going to be, and you're hurt, you're in pain, and you've been all like racked with conflict. And you don't know what to do, which is frustrating, because you have all this potential and all these resources, and you could easily choose one or the other. You stay in the hurtful situation, unless this is the person here who hurt you. And if they're all the way over here instead of back here, that means, yeah, well they are, because you're still trying to choose here. You're trying to choose between a person that you still think is viable as an option And a future with that person that you don't really want. You're not leaving yourself much of a choice. And instead of one outcome card, you have 4. And there's a lot of guidance going on here. You really, really need to stop hanging on so tight to this idea of this person, whoever this person is, who's not really there. You need to stop hanging on to whatever idea you had in your head about this charming, smart, elusive person that made you feel, this person made you feel like the world was going to be yours. Like you guys were going to end up like this. This person made you feel like, okay, we're going to go from this to this. And instead, it's like this. So, in the outcomes underneath, what it's saying is you're stuck. You're sticking to this old hope that's outdated by now because you've been through all this conflict and all this questioning of self with this person, and you're still sticking to the person. You're seeing yourself as like some sort of ideal partner for this person. Like almost as if saying, you know, my great qualities that I have, my healing qualities, earth signs are healers. My healing qualities, my nurturing qualities, feeding the person, sleeping with the person, loving the person, my nurturing qualities will unstick this pattern of conflict and choosing the wrong person and conflict and choosing this person. My nurturing is going to fix this pattern, and universe is like, no, it's not. You need to stop. And it's hard to tell a Taurus to stop doing something because it's like trying to stop a bull in mid-run. It had to be the death card. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta stop. Death is a natural progression. It's a change that everyone goes through. It's a natural part of the cycle. This is not. Okay, this doesn't mean life. This means stagnation. It means the opposite. Okay? So you're stagnant, and universe is saying no matter how great of a catch you think you are, and no one's saying you're not. You are all these things. It's true. You are all these things, Taurus. It's not that. It's just that being all these things isn't going to make this person be this person in the over there. Do you understand? Just because you're a really good catch doesn't mean that this dude sees it. And you know what? He could be any sign, which makes me think he's probably a Gemini. Or an Aquarius. You're not getting that with this person. And universe is trying to tell you, look, both these cards are upside down. Like I said, they're both for you to look at. This one's upside down and this one's upside down. And they're the two most important cards in your reading. And they're looking at you like, okay, we know this is what you want. And this is what you gotta do to get there. You gotta let this stuff go. Because you are hanging on very, very tight. Okay, and you know what? There's a lot of really healing, beautiful energy around you too. That will completely, like, carry you through this, Taurus. It's totally fine. this person just was not who you thought they were. And you're going to be fine because you've got a lot of energy around you to nurture you and care for you. And this is a lot of your energy as well. You know, you may not show it exactly like a water sign, but for sure the depth of emotion of a Taurus is very much like a water sign. The way you exhibit it is different, but the depth of emotion is the same. You love very deeply, Taurus. And that's why you haven't let this person out. That's why this person is still a factor and you're reading the right in the middle of everything still. Even though you know they're not worth it. They've dashed your hopes. They've taken something good about you and made you question it, made you feel bad for who you are and question your identity, and they've dashed your, you know, you had this dream and now you don't know what to do. Do you hang on to this dream that now is all upside down? Or do you see this person for who they really are? And universe is like, yeah, you gotta hurry up because this is not healthy. So, although you have all these outcome cards, let's pull one more just to see what Taurus can do to help along the process of letting this magician go. Let's clarify the magician, right? What can Taurus do with this magician? What's the deal? What's going to help us get this person's number, you know, so we know how to handle the situation? Okay. So, we got, 4 cards. We have the Hermit, King of Swords, the Emperor, the Sun. Okay. So, what is this saying about the magician? If you want clarity with this person, Taurus, you need to be like this person. Didn't I say he's probably a Gemini? He's probably a Gemini. He or she is probably a Gemini. Or they have a lot of Gemini in their charts. If you like someone, love someone, or crushing on someone, irrespective of if they're a Taurus or not, get their time of birth and get their natal chart done so you actually know what you're dealing with. Like I gave this example in another video. I have a Gemini sun, but all my other planets are in Aries, so I very much read like a fire sign. You see what I'm saying? So it makes a difference. So this person reads like a Gemini. This person has Gemini qualities. They're very fluid in their nature. Look, they have all the elements there of all the cards. You see? They're very adaptable. They're very smart. They're very lucky. And the only way to really, like we said, get their number and figure out how to deal with them in terms of choosing them or not, first, Taurus, you got to put yourself first. You got to put this like wily character aside and like look at your own worth and get centered with how worthy you are. And then you need to pull back and be quiet. And sometimes when you are dealing with someone like a Gemini or with someone who's just really, how you say it, smooth, a lot of game, very persuasive, someone who works off of energy, a lot of times this is the way to diffuse them. It can be the only way to diffuse them. And you need to do some of this work anyway with going inward, because you do have this hurt. And you are in no way decided about what to do about this hurt. So you do need some time to yourself. And even though this person seems like a really great, they seem like just everything you want. This is a card you have to be careful with. This is a very harsh energy. And I know Taurians can be harsh. You guys have horns and you are not at all afraid to use them, but you know how sensitive you guys are. And if there is a sign that can get under your skin, it is an air sign, because they can use words that will cut you very deep. And although Taurus, you can also cut deep and you can fight right back, you know how much words hurt you. So you have to be careful with this person. And you need to get back to your own place of power. And the way to do that, the way to shine a light on all this and figure out what his number really is, like we were saying, what's really going to happen here, is you need to get quiet. Go ghost. Radio silent. Be out. If they really want you, they'll come looking for you. Okay? So, Taurus, I hope that was fun. I hope you liked it. I'll see you later.